So we all agree that it's pretty cool that using cryptocurrency you can send value across the planet instantly and securely. But do you ever feel like when you're sending to an address, whether it's yours or someone else's, that you're kind of like in a beautiful mind looking at each last digit to make sure you've gotten them all right? Let's take a look at adahandle and how they simplify this process using address aliases. It's time for the weekly report. Welcome back to Woodland Pools, your place for the latest Cardano news, tutorials, and the information you need to grow your investment with confidence. Today it's time for the weekly report. There's a lot of excitement going on about adahandle, so let's do a quick stake pool update and we'll jump right in. So first, we want to start off by saying a huge thank you and welcome to this week's newest delegators. We truly appreciate your support and we're really excited to go on this journey with you. Let's keep growing together. By now you probably heard about the adahandle beta sale that was going on. It was all that everybody was talking about for the last several days. And right as we're filming this, the beta sale actually just came to a close with all 15,000 beta aliases already being sold out. So congratulations to everybody that got some of the very first adahandle aliases, but fear not if you didn't get one. The main sale is coming soon, but let's take a look together at what adahandle is and what we can look forward to and how it's all going to work. So if we come to the adahandle website, you'll notice here that if you go to the beta sale, it says, okay, they're already sold out and they're going to reopen minting at a later date, which is great, but let's see what we're even talking about here. So what is adahandle? A custom Cardano address for everyone. It's an NFT-powered naming solution for your Cardano wallet address, and also, importantly, it introduces what they're calling the handle standard. So aside from the ability to provide these aliases and tying them to NFTs, it's important that they're actually setting aside and sharing what they're calling here the handle standard, because what's most important about this kind of alias is not just that it exists, but who's actually using it to do the address resolution from what you've typed in to the address, right? So if we look, there's already partnerships with all of these different teams. And let's take a look at some of their FAQ. So if we look at how does it work in simple terms, when they reopen the main launch, each handle that you purchase will be sent to you as an NFT. And this is the cool part, whatever wallet holds that NFT is where payments will be routed. So the cool thing about this is you can buy an adahandle for an alias that you want to have personally, but if in the future you no longer want it, or if it's something that becomes popular and you know somebody else might want it more than you can sell that NFT to that person, and then whatever wallet that NFT resides in is the one that the handle standard will route all payments to. So it's very similar to what we're all used to with domain names, where instead of having to know the IP address of the website you're trying to visit, you can just type in google.com or amazon.com and it routes you straight to there. Adahandle provides a way that you can alias an address name and have that route to a specific address. And instead of the cumbersome process of having to register a DNS entry like for a website and doing it with a centralized party, it's just simply who holds this NFT, that's the person who has the alias of where the payment can be made to. Really cool, really clean and straightforward. So we can see here what it's gonna look like. Here's your normal really long address, and then instead it'll be $ and then whatever alias you want after that. In terms of characters, they're keeping it simple right now, just A to Z, 0 through 9, dashes, underscores, and periods. It is not case sensitive. Everything is automatically converted to lowercase. The cost structure, they're doing it similar to sort of NFT type naming of like rarity, but really it's just based on how many characters. If you actually want a longer name, the longest names are the cheapest ones. For max supply, unlike other NFT projects, there's not realistically going to be any max supply. It's really just similar to like screen names back in the day, and like the best ones will be taken early, but there's almost an infinite number of combinations you can come up with. This is cool. Once you've purchased it, it's yours. You own it forever, the same way how you buy an NFT once and you just have it. This is a huge difference from domain names on the internet where you need to renew it every year or every few years. And that's how you see sometimes people squatting on domain names, or it expires and then the person who had the domain name forgot to renew it, and now all of a sudden somebody purchased it and basically holds it ransom and you have to pay that person. It's a whole nightmare. For this, you buy it once, you hold it in your wallet, and it's yours until you choose to send or sell it to someone else. You can sell it, by the way, just like any other NFT that you can sell. And most importantly, just like with any NFT, make sure that you're sending and receiving your adahandle NFT to an address that you own, not one that's on an exchange, one that's on a hardware or software wallet that you actually own. But this whole thing has been moving quickly, and there's already been some really great integrations that have happened just in the past few days. So let's take a look. Nami wallet announced officially that they have already integrated the adahandle standard into their wallet for being able to send to different addresses. So that's really exciting. And Rick McCracken, which I think probably a lot of you are familiar with, actually purchased the alias Taco and already received a couple of payments to that alias. So actually, you know what I thought would be fun? Let's actually test it out together here. I've not personally done any adahandle alias transactions, so let's give it a try. And let's open up our Nami wallet. So we have here our Woodland Pools Nami wallet that we did as a test. And if I go to send, I see that Rick's got the alias Taco. So if I just do $taco, we get a check mark here saying that this does resolve to a valid adahandle address. So for example, if I would have typed something else, it checks and sees, hey, there is no adahandle associated with this. So let's take a look at if we were sending it to Taco. And let's send Rick 1 ADA. Okay, so we've got some small fees. We're gonna send Rick 1 ADA to address Taco. I don't know anything about the specific address that this is aliased to. I just know that Rick has it. So I'm gonna hit send. I'm gonna enter my spending password, and let's confirm sending Rick some Taco money, and we'll send him 1 ADA. Transaction submitted, and that's it, and it went through. If we go to our transactions here, we can pull up the one that we just sent. We can click here on the transaction ID, which will take us to Cardano scan, and we can see here the transaction itself successfully went through. Here is our 1 ADA that was sent to Rick's address. And if we open this up, if we look back originally here, we can see that that BudsGen sent him 5 ADA here just to mess around. And if we open up the history for that address, we can see here was the 5 ADA that was sent by BudsGen, and here is the 1 ADA that we just sent, and it successfully went through. So Rick, enjoy the Taco money. That round is on us, but how cool is that? So now, the other integration that was recently announced is pool.pm has already added adahandle integration as well. So if you go to pool.pm, you can actually search for an adahandle by name, or you can actually type it into the URL bar and it'll take you straight to whoever it is that owns that alias. So let's try that out. If we come and search here, and let's search for $Taco. So here we go. We've got Rick's address here. Here's the NFT that shows that he owns the alias for Taco, and it's an adahandle NFT. But now if we go back here, we can see pool.pm $Taco is what routes us to here. So what we can do in the meantime, if you're excited about getting your own adahandle and some alias that you're excited about, what you can do is, since you know that $whatever will resolve to whatever person owns that alias, you can test it out by typing in aliases that you want to get and see if somebody has it yet. So for example, another random one that just popped into my head, like what if somebody's a big fan of The Big Lebowski, and let's see if they got The Dude. And sure enough, yep, so here we go. So at this address, somebody had purchased The Dude, and we can actually click here and see all of the other ADA handles that they purchased. So for example, whoever owns this wallet also owns Mr.Crypto, for example. So if I were to come up here and instead, if we type in Mr.Crypto, it'll route us back to the same wallet, because all of these, as long as they're being held in this wallet, it'll always route back here. So what we can do now is, if you wanted to search for one that you are looking to buy in the future, come to pool.pm /$ and put in the name of whatever handle you're thinking about buying in the future. So let's just say something. So that one's not found, which means it's available. Something else, also not taken. So this would be a good way, as you're preparing for the mainnet sale, to type in the ones, to start brainstorming and writing down which of the ones you're going to want to buy. You can come to pool.pm /$ and just type in a few different ones, see if they're taken or not. And if they're not, you can start making a list of the ones that you're going to be wanting to get when your slot comes up for the mainnet sale. So go ahead and give it a try and type in the ones that you might want to get. One thing I will say though is that while the adahandle team did a really good job and reserving names for stake pool operator tickers and also for Twitter profiles, there's still obviously going to be some that fall through the cracks. Like for example, unfortunately, somebody bought Cardano with Paul and was then trying to sell it for 100,000 ADA. So look, if you come across one of these that you know that someone else is going to want, maybe just don't buy it and don't be that guy. Or if you want to be a white hat, which we've seen a couple of people do, snag it up and then send it to the person that would actually want to buy it, and they can reimburse you for like the 10 ADA or whatever it is that it would take to do it. In any case, really exciting stuff. This is exactly the kind of thing that we need for mass adoption to make sending and receiving so much easier. Great job to the adahandle team. Congratulations on a very successful beta launch. We can't wait for the main sale. Let us know in the comments below if you picked up some cool adahandles and what they were. And if nothing else, we'll see you next week.